Good morning. I'm delighted to be speaking to you today. I even like the name of your organization, Wealth Minded Women. I'll share with you some ideas about business and entrepreneurship, and in turn you can teach me how do you develop the passion that you have for creating wealth. So, obviously you want to build wealth. How do you do that? There are 5 paths to building wealth. 1, you can win a lottery. 2nd, you could rob a bank. 3rd, you could become a favorite great grand niece of your very old great grand super rich childless uncle. Or you could invest in Google 001. That means when Google just started, on the ground floor, if you invested $1,000, at that time you would be a millionaire today. Or you could start a business yourself. A question that you have to ask yourself is, why do you want to start a business? And so the most prevalent answer I get most of the time is that people want to start a business and to make money. So when we say that the purpose of business is to make money, that answer is wrong. I want to show you why it's not a good answer. And here I resort to a quote by Peter F. Drucker, who says that to say that the purpose of business is to make money is like saying that the purpose of a human is to breathe. Think about that. Without breathing, we can't survive. Without money, business cannot survive. And because without money, business cannot survive, we automatically assume that the purpose of business is to make money, which will be as senseless as to say that the purpose of a human is to breathe. Let's take a couple of examples. Let's take Motor Vehicles License Bureau. That's a business, right? Service business. It's run by DMV, which is a state government organization, Department of Motor Vehicles. What is its purpose? Think about it. What is its purpose? I think you would agree that its purpose is to create and deliver a license to the area residents and charge a fee, of course. Now suppose this DMV contracts it out to private business person like you and me. So now you or me are going to run the Motor Vehicles License Bureau. What is its purpose now? To make money? No. Its purpose remains the same, to create and deliver a license to area residents. You see, your purpose may be to make money, my purpose may be to make money, but don't confuse your purpose and my purpose with the purpose of the business that we are setting up. The fact that your purpose is to make money is of no interest to anybody other than you and your family. But that you would create and deliver a license to area residents is of value to some people out there in the marketplace. Let's take a second quick example. Suppose I want to open a barber shop on UC campus, or you want to open a barber shop on UC campus. Okay? In opening a barber shop on UC campus, to make dollars may be your purpose. But UC campus doesn't care about this purpose of yours. To be useful to students by cutting hair at a convenient location, that's the purpose of your barber shop, and that's the purpose that UC administration might value. But the fact that you want to open a barber shop because you want to make money, who cares? Get lost. Make money somewhere else, not on my campus. Right? So again, what is the purpose of a barber shop? To be useful to students by cutting hair at a convenient location. So you see, business is an institution. Don't look at business as simply a tool of making money. Business is an institution. It's an institution that serves a useful purpose for society, and you are merely its custodian. A barber shop on campus, if it serves no purpose other than making money for the owner, then it will be voted down by residents or society or customers. So customers are always voting. You may own the business, you may have invested money, but ultimately it's society that will decide by its economic votes whether that business is allowed to exist in that location at that time or not. And so what then is the purpose of business? It is to create and bring value to society. So there is this person A here, and he says, I want to start this business here in your city because I want to make money. Whereas here is this person, business person B, just like yourself, who said, I want to start this business here in your city because I want to bring this product or service to people. So this guy wants to bring value to himself, whereas you want to bring value to society. So when a business owner says, my goal is to make money, instead he or she should say, I want to fulfill this need for these particular consumers. Better than the present options. So what are the present options? Is there a segment of consumers out there whose needs I can fulfill better than the existing alternatives? That then should be your purpose. Now this begins to set the roadmap. It's not a simple feel-good kind of a statement. Rather, it is something that actually gets you thinking about what should be the roadmap that you would follow. So start a business. Let's say the goal is to make money. Can an entrepreneur ever be successful if driven foremost by the goal of making money? So all you say is, I want to make money. Money, 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 money. Where is that going to take you? How do you want to make money? How can you make money? Okay, so you can start a cupcake business, for example, a graphic design business, a real estate selling. In each one of these, what do you need to be successful? What you need to be successful is passion for work. Passion not for just making money. That's in the background somewhere. What you are most motivated, your number one driver or engine for your growth should be that you have passion for work. I have not seen a single entrepreneur who does not have a passion for work and will succeed. So the purpose of business is to fulfill some consumer need better than the present options, create value for society, and if done well, then the money will follow. So money is the byproduct of some purpose that a business is serving, not its primary driver, not its primary mission, not the reason why society will allow it to exist and prosper. Doing well requires passion. So your purpose, here is how you build wealth. Don't be passionate about making money. Any number of sales courses might have told you that you have to be hungry for money, and maybe you have to be, but that's not the number one thing to do. The number one thing to do is to find a passion. Either you like real estate selling or you don't. And if you don't, even if it's making you decent money, stop doing it. You cannot spend next 20, 30, 40 years of your life doing something that you do not enjoy, no matter how much money it makes. And so you have to find a passion. Then you perfect your skills, your passion. So I'm sure every line of work requires certain skills. And selling real estate requires certain skills too. You have to master those skills. and then make a product or service using that skill. So in your case, service is the presentation of houses and information about houses, and bringing the buyers and sellers together. That's your task, and you have to develop a skill in doing that better than anybody else on the planet. And then after you have done this, then you say, okay, now let me run it like a business, because you can be passionate about your product, and you could create a very good product. You could, but if you don't know how to run your operations efficiently, how to use your time efficiently, how to package the information efficiently, then of course you are not running it like a business, and you would not make much money. And then you have to write your brand story. And by your brand, I just don't mean the houses, but you as a person. What is in it? What is in you that is unique? That kind of is appealing to the buyers. It has to be your personality, the way you come across, the way you project yourself out, the way your enthusiasm is exuding. So build your brand. And that's where enlightened marketing comes. So not the pushy salesmanship, but enlightened marketing, which can be a topic for another day, another conversation. If this is done well, then it'll lead to wealth, but it requires passion. So summary, the only legitimate and overarching purpose of business is to create value for society. This is the only reason society will allow businesses to exist. As I already said, it's the only way it will be allowed to make money. This should guide your own purpose in starting a business. Thank you.